Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 200 for D Roosevelt Dime, a modern coin that might be sitting in your change right now, but some examples are actually worth big money. From rare minting errors to coins in top condition, certain 204 D dimes are selling for way more than 10 cents. In this video I'll show you what to look for and how much your 2004 D dime could really be worth. Let's get started. In 2000 for the Denver Mint produced over 1 billion Roosevelt dimes, so on the surface they're extremely common. That's why if you pull one out of your pocket change today, average circulated condition, it's still only worth its face value of 10 cents. However, collectors don't just look at quantity, they look at quality, condition, and anomalies. A pristine mint state coin graded or higher by PCGS or NGC can already be worth a couple of dollars, sometimes more, because of collector demand. And if you find a coin that's absolutely flawless with a grade of, or even you're now entering a category where registry set collectors are willing to pay a premium, turning a dime into a coin worth dozens, even hundreds of dollars in rare cases. But here's where it gets even more interesting: the error coins. Many of you have heard of off-center strikes. This happens when the blank coin planchette isn't perfectly seated in the press, and the design is struck off-center. A minor off-center strike of maybe 5% isn't worth much more than face value, but once you get into dramatic errors, say 20% off-center or more, the value jumps significantly. For the 2000 for D Roosevelt Dime, examples with strong off-center strikes have sold at auctions for anywhere between $20 to $150 depending on how dramatic and how well centered the missing strike is. Collectors love these because they're visually striking and immediately obvious even to beginners. Another kind of mint error you might encounter on the 2000 for D dime involves clip plankets. That's when the coin blank was improperly cut from the metal sheet, leaving a crescent-shaped clip missing. These types of errors, when authentic, are often valued between $10 and $50, sometimes higher for dramatic examples. And there are the rare double die obverse or reverse varieties. None have been widely documented. For 2004 D is strongly collectible like earlier famous double die coins. Still, collectors always keep an eye open because a newly recognized double die could skyrocket in value, and someone watching this video might just discover one hiding in circulation. Now let's touch on condition again because it really matters. Coins from circulation will usually be worn and only worth face value. But coins pulled from mint sets or uncirculated rolls back in 2004 can still be found in gem condition. If you have one graded, it might be worth about $5, $10. Examples are scarcer, often reaching $20, $40. And when you push into, or better, that's where certified coins can sell for over $100 at auction. So while billions of these dimes were made, it's the tiny fraction of pristine survivors that really catch the eyes of serious collectors. Something many newer collectors don't realize is that coin grading isn't just about scratches or wear, it's also about strike quality, luster, and eye appeal. Denver Mint coins sometimes show weaker strikes compared to Philadelphia Mint coins, which means that a sharp strike on a 2004 D dime is more desirable. Also, keep an eye on toning. Some coins naturally develop beautiful rainbow toning over the years, and collectors will pay a premium for those with attractive colors. That means even if you think your dime is just average, the right toning could make it worth a surprising amount. Let's also not forget the role of coin rolls and bags. Many treasure hunters today are still searching bank rolls of dimes, hoping to score a silver dime pre-1965, but once in a while they stumble across a 2000 for D with an unusual mint error or high-grade roll. Hunting is one of the cheapest ways to get into the hobby, and if you know what to look for, you could find one of these valuable errors for just 10 cents. And if you're into bulk buying, original US mint sealed bags of 2004 D dimes are still occasionally found in collections. Those bags can yield uncirculated coins in high grade, sometimes even mint errors that went unnoticed. Collectors should also be aware of the population reports from major grading services. For the 2000 for D Roosevelt Dime, while there are many submissions, in the population drops sharply as you move to. That's why prices rise so steeply. Registry set collectors, people who try to assemble the highest graded sets for each year, and mint will pay hundreds of dollars for a single dime if it's the finest known, and that's where the real value lies, not in the billions of ordinary dimes, but in those rare few with near-perfect qualities. So what's the bottom line on the 2000 for D Roosevelt dime? For most of us is just 10 cents in change. But for collectors the value ranges widely. Average condition. Still a dime, a nice, uncirculated example, a few dollars. A certified gem, or better possibly hundreds, add an error like an off-center strike or a clip planchette, and now you're talking about collectible. Coin is worth $20 to $150 or more. That's why it's so important not to overlook what seems like ordinary pocket change, because you never know when one dime can turn into a small treasure. And finally, as always, a quick word of advice for anyone interested in collecting or investing in coins like the 2000 for D Roosevelt Dime. Educate yourself, use reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC, and be cautious of fakes. While counterfeit dimes are less common than counterfeit silver dollars, they do exist, especially in the world of error coins. The best way to protect yourself is by learning, comparing, and engaging with the coin community. That's what makes this hobby so rewarding. It's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the stories behind each coin, and the history you hold in your hand. So keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe your next pocket find will be more than just spare change. Thanks for watching.